Hello guys, this is the Pokemon Violet segment of the recordings, I guess. I don't know, I'll show an infographic like I was talking about in the second Scarlet episode of what I'm planning recordings to be like. It's gonna pretty much just like staircase, so like I have something new to talk about every time I play the other version of these games. So like before, I only got to the lighthouse, or right before the lighthouse in Scarlet, and so I'm probably gonna play an episode after I surpass the point that I got to in the other version. It's all convoluted. I'll show you the graphic. Yes, so what I guess for this segment, I'm pretty much just gonna ramble like how I just did about stuff instead of focusing so much on the games like I was in the other episode. So yeah, let's see. I really wanted to show you guys because I jumped right into the game in the other in Scarlet, but they have hair physics in these games. That's so cool. I know a lot of other games have it, but for Pokemon to have hair physics is a huge step forward for the franchise, and it's so weird that little things like this are impressive to me for Pokemon. But that's just how Pokemon is. They take very small steps forward, but when they take those steps, it's nice to see. I'd rather them make that progress than to not, if that makes any sense. So yes, let's jump right into Uva Academy. I don't know how the different academies are gonna leading the way into the future while valuing our individuality. I wonder if okay, that's a different statue, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I don't think I've ever played two versions of Pokemon back to back. I always finish one and then jump on the other one, like start the other one. So it's going to be really interesting to see if I pick up on any of these changes. Because I doubt they would mention anything about looking forward into the future in Scarlet, where it's focused on the past in that statue. Because I don't remember the statue having that full, luscious head of hair like it just did. Yeah, I'm gonna be really interested to see if there is any like justification for there being two different academies in these versions instead of just being like an alternate universe type of situation. I don't think Pokemon has ever done anything like this. Even having two different professors was... I like his suit. His suit's really cool. I'm not a fan of the haircut, but his suit's nice. And I don't think I pointed him out either in the other recording, because I had restarted the Scarlet recording a couple times. But that's a new rock Pokemon, and it's just a Super Mario mushroom, like a Super Mario power up that would turn Mario into a rock. Do you guys know what I'm seeing? Like, do you guys see it? He's very much Super Mushroom-esque. Here come the funky ass shadows. Oh, okay. We have the T-posing. Here's the T-posing. Yep. They're definitely there. That is so ridiculous that that's in a Pokemon game. The largest media franchise of all time, and they have T-posing characters in the first cutscene of the game. It's so funny. Something I didn't point out in the other recording either is the biomes. They're reminiscent of like Minecraft biomes where they just immediately transition to a, like, you could have the Antarctic, you could have a snow biome next to like the desert biome within like 2 blocks, and I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, I wish they would have done something to where it like seamlessly blends like 2 similar biomes together, like a forest that leads into a grassland that like leads into a dried out grassland that leads to a desert, instead of just having a desert next to a forest. 'Cause it's just too jarring. It really is. They could have been a little bit more subtle, and like the very bright colors don't help that at all. Oh, there we see some of the hair physics. Mancha. We're gonna see our very attractive mother in a couple seconds. Good morning, money. I'm very sorry for the noises that you guys are hearing in the background. Yep, they are even more lively right now. Not something that I am happy with, but whatever. You know, I'm not gonna kick them out. I think I am a bigger fan. I like the violet uniforms more than I like the scarlet uniforms. Just that red is way too bright. And like the purple's nice, you know? It like it blends together nicely, and yeah. The red, the like, I guess it's not red, it's orange. The bright red orange color is too much, I think, for the uniforms. They make them look even more childish than they already are. But not the violet uniforms. I like them a lot. Oh, Squavit has a little dog bed. I didn't notice that the first time. I also like the 20th anniversary or 25th anniversary Pikachu sticker on the fridge. It's not exactly the 25th anniversary because it doesn't say 2 and 5 on the cheeks. They're just Pikachu's regular cheeks. But that's definitely what that sticker is. I'm gonna put on her jank ass. Okay. Yeah, she doesn't look as childish as the guy that I'm playing as in Scarlet. I guess it's because you can't really see his hair, so he just looks bald. Okay, bro, y'all can stop talking. So in the last Scarlet episode, I picked Fuecoco. And I know we had that entire sad moment for Quaxley. And it's going to be even more sad because I am picking Sprigatito. Yeah. I really like all 3 of the evolutions, but I think Sprigatito's and Fuecoco's final evolutions are just slightly better design wise, and I think, I mean, Sprigatito's hidden ability is the best out of the three of them. I don't even know. Well, it's a good ability. I don't know what the other two's hidden ability. I don't know what the other hidden abilities are for Fuecoco and Quaxley, but Protein is a really good ability for Sprigatito. And to my audience who does not know anything about Pokemon, Protein basically switches your typing to whatever move you're using. So it's a really good way to make sure that you're not if you're fast, you can make sure you're not weak against any of the opponent's moves. So like if I chose Sprigatito and I was going against Fuecoco, I could use, theoretically, I could use like a rock type move to switch Sprigatito's typing to rock, so it's not weak to Fuecoco anymore. So like that's one good use for it, and the other is that you're always going to hit super effectively. Well, no, you get stab boosting for every move that you use. Which, again, to my audience that doesn't know, stab is basically same type attack bonus. It's an acronym for that. You basically get a, I'm gonna say 0.5% boost to every one of your moves, right? So like if a fire type uses a fire type move, it's stronger than if a water type Pokemon used a fire type move, that same fire type move. So yes, it's a way to like, your typing only changes for the first move that you use in battle, and it stays like that throughout the rest of the battle, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you can switch out and then switch it back in and then change it again, but even then it's a lot worse than just being able to constantly switch typings at leisure, basically. There we go. Miss Money. Is there not a feminine version of Master? Would it not just be Master? How come only the men are Masters, huh? I already made a joke about him being a misogynist, sexist in the last recording for Scarlet, and I think it's true. Why not Master Money again? Like, come on, man. It's 2022. Maybe it's like a Spanish thing, you know? I should have pressed no to see what she would say. Wait, Coco's face will never not make me laugh. Yeah, let me get Sprigatito. No, I forgot to do the settings. It's alright, I'll do it right now while we chase after Namora. I was gonna say Namora again. Nemona. Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna keep calling her Namora by accident. I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just so funny to me how close the two names are. They're both Spanish, I guess. Yeah. Well, no. Namora is not Spanish, not in the comics, so it makes sense. It doesn't make sense. I didn't notice that line of dialogue, but it sounded like she was pissed off that you chose Spregatito instead of the other ones. Yeah, bro, you're an asshole. Honestly, I can't. Why? Like, why? Why am I being treated so special while Nimona was just like, show up. Even if you don't have a Pokemon, whatever. We don't care. I really like that sleeve that she has on her right arm. I know whenever she was first revealed, I guess in the first trailer for these games, people thought she had a mechanical arm. And I was like, oh no. It would have been cool. It would have been like Bucky. But it's just a sleeve. I still think it looks really cool. And I wish we could have sleeves. I know we for the past, I guess it was just Sword and Shield. You could have gloves, and even that is really cool to me. Just the fact that they treat Pokemon battling like a sport is really cool. Yeah. One thing I really liked about Sword and Shield is the stadiums, like the Pokemon gyms in that game were designed to be like football stadiums, soccer, for my white audience, my American audience. But yeah, they were really cool, and like even like the ambiance in the stadiums, I think was really cool for that, because it really did feel like you were playing a sport, you know. And I like when they treat it like that. I just realized that because it's an academy, it could theoretically be like Harry Potter. So there could be like 8 years difference between me and Nimona. I'm really sad that I'm not going to be able to play with Quaxley. I was assuming that I was going to be able to trade with myself, which you can't. You need 2 switches for that. But I forgot that Pokemon Bank, like the app that you can use, which is kind of what allows you to trade with yourself, isn't available for new Pokemon games until like 3 months after the games are out. So I won't be able to play with Quaxley at all until after I finish the 2 games. Because it's not going to take me more than a month to finish this. So that makes me really sad. And I forgot that was a problem because I didn't buy Sword and Shield when they first released, because of the entire like Dex cut. You know, I was like, let's stick it to the man and not buy these games at full price. Let's buy them when they're 50% off. Which I guess is still kind of sticking it to the man, but not really. But yeah, I had bought them like a year or 2 after they had come out. And by that point, they already had bank support. So I like played with one starter in Shield and then played with the other 2 from the start in Sword. And I'm not going to be able to do that in either one of these runs. So that makes me kind of sad. I could probably trade with somebody online, but I don't trust that anymore. There's like this entire thing about getting banned for trading with people that trade you illegal hacked Pokemon. And it's just, even if it's a very slim chance for that to happen to me, I don't want my Switch to get bricked because of me trading a Pokemon. Like, that's so stupid. I'd rather just not have that Pokemon for a little bit. I just noticed that our hair is clipping through the hat. Like that, the top strand of hair is just fully, completely clipping through the top of that hat. That is so bad. You can't really notice it in the far shots, but it's definitely happening. Never to be seen again. Bye, little guy. I forgot to do the settings. I was like, why is the text moving so slow? Yep, let me go ahead and fix that real quick. Okay, options, text speed to fast. Something else, sorry, I know you guys don't care, but something else that's cool about these games is that they kind of kept a mechanic in Arceus where you would retain all the moves that you learn, and you could basically, they're always there for your Pokemon. You know how you're only allowed to use 4 moves at a time? You could switch those 4 moves with any of the other moves that your Pokemon learned outside of battle. So essentially, you can set up your Pokemon however you want, and then if you're like, oh shit, no, I actually want it to play a completely different like fighting style, you can do that because it retains all the moves that you have already learned. So what this option here does, the skip move learning, is that you don't get notified every time that your Pokemon can learn a new move, so it saves you a bit of time if you're looking to do that. Like, if you're grinding a Pokemon, if you're grinding levels for a Pokemon, and you don't want to be constantly bothered by like the text that's like, oh, so and so learned a new move, you can select this option and then just go back to your Pokemon's menu and see if they learned any new moves. And I think that's really cool. It's a small thing, but I think even that is something really cool. Oh, let me turn this off real quick. And I think we should be good to go. Something cool about autosave, something bad about autosave is that shiny Pokemon you can still see in the overworld. Huge thing. Such a big fan of that. If you have autosave on, you could potentially lose those shiny Pokemon if you like try to catch it but you mess up. The game saves right after. It autosaves right after. So you're not capable of catching that Pokemon anymore. But if you turn it off, you could just save right in front of that Pokemon, and then you can basically just keep going until you catch it. So there's not really a reason to have autosave on unless you're like really afraid of your Switch. Like the game closing by itself. I know that happens for a lot of Switch games. It happens a lot in Splatoon 3. I think more than any of the other Switch games that I've played, it happens a lot for that. And Arceus. Legends Arceus also did that a couple times, not much. But it shouldn't be that big of a deal if you constantly save every like 10 minutes. It's really not that big of a deal. Something that I'm going to do that I didn't do in the last recording either is see what that entire sandwich key item fiasco is about, because I'm still hung up on that. As soon as I can move, I'm jumping into that menu. Okay, there we go. Is it there? Bag. It should be in bag. I wonder if that's just how you set up picnics. Which is really weird. Why wouldn't they just give you like a picnic set? I feel like that makes a lot more sense than a sandwich. This is vocal bath. We've already essentially caught up to the other game in one episode, despite that the other game taking us 2 episodes. Wait, no. Did it take us 2 episodes? Yes. How did it take us 2 episodes? I think I'm just gonna catch a couple Pokemon and then end this episode and then start the next one. I think this also messes up with my ladder schedule, like I was telling you guys, because essentially in the second episode I will have surpassed my progress in the first 2 episodes instead of it taking me 3 episodes like I thought I was gonna do. So I guess I'm just gonna play two episodes at a time for each of these games from the get-go and just take different paths since it's open world. Okay, yeah, we'll see. We'll roll with it. Everything that's going on is unplanned. So, yeah, let's just keep going. Okay. I think something I just thought of is me catching all the Pokemon that I have caught before in the other game, but off camera. I think that would be really good because it would save a lot of time. I wouldn't have to just go around catching everything that I already caught and have that take up like 6 minutes of screen time. And then probably I'll just start the episode where I was, right in front of Nimona by the lighthouse in Scarlet. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. But yeah. Okay, yeah. I guess that's it. I will see you guys on the second episode for this Violet playthrough. Peace.